Welcome to the Snapback Chronicles, where we give you a backstage, all-access pass to our event and the people who make it possible. Today's guest, designer, sketch artist, fashionista, foodie, photographer, makeup artist, and also DJ.
I love giraffes too. Don't forget about the giraffe part.
Our guest today lives her passion for art every day. DJ 360 says she grew up with a no-limits mentality that contributed to her artistic success.
That's right.
Is that right?
That's right.
DJ 360, welcome to the show, the very first.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here all the way
excited.
from the Bay.
Wait, so I'm the pilot?
You know, Bella Fiasco was the pilot, but I forgot to press record. All honesty, I forgot to press record. So
you got to get her back.
We got it this time, and it was an okay interview.
Okay.
Like, we'll leave it mysterious, but...
Shout out to Bella Fiasco.
Shout out to Bella Fiasco. What's up? So, I just wanted to get a little bit of a backstory and history about like how you got into DJing and all that, because there was a lot of preamble to that, and there's a bunch of different things. And how did you land on DJing? What's your kind of history behind that?
Well, I was raised on music. More history behind that is that I found out that my grandfather used to get into trouble with my grandmother for spending money on records.
Really?
Yeah. So that was a cute little backstory. My dad and my uncle raised me on music.
Okay.
So I listened to everything. We listened to Beatles, rock and roll, folk.
Yeah.
Fleetwood. That's where I got the love for Fleetwood Mac and the Police and Creedence Clearwater Revival.
So you really span the gamut, not just.
Oh yeah.
And there's a lot of old school in that. I mean, this leads into our next question.
Okay.
What are some old school artists that were like a greatest inspiration for you while you were DJing?
While I was DJing?
Yeah. Or when you DJ. You know what I mean?
When I DJ, gosh, that's really hard. My span, I started in 92.
Yeah.
So I've been doing this for a while on and off. But I mean, for me, I'd say stuff like Earth, Wind and Fire, Gap Band, a lot of old stuff.
Right.
I feel like I am an old soul because of the way I was raised. But in terms, a lot of that stuff comes back, and samples, like all the root sample stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
So, in a lot of my mixes, I do blend in a lot of root samples.
Mm-hmm.
It started to become a niche of mine. I don't know if I'm really answering your question, but it's kind of, I pull inspiration from everywhere.
Gotcha.
So, it's really kind of hard to say.
Do you have a favorite like old school hip hop lyric?
For
me, it was like "You on point fight all the time."
That's
you know
right.
what I'm saying? Because I use that in like a battle.
My dog's name is Fife.
I know that. That was one of my future questions. But go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, we'll get back to that. So I would say it may be a little bit boring because I've told this to people, but it's Grand Poobah. What goes around comes back around again, and that's how I got my DJ name. And I'm thinking that's where you're gonna go later.
Gotcha.
So I don't want to answer your question.
No, you're
too
good.
Soon.
Good. I wanted to ask. You've spun at Snapback Long Beach. Is it your first time in NoHo?
This is my
first time in NoHo.
I've been here before,
Correct.
but I haven't.
So you've been around the crowd and everything long enough. So what does Snapback mean to you?
So I've been down with Snapback for a long time,
Yeah.
and to me, really, like the best way for me to answer that is like family.
Family, okay.
It is because like it's just I come down here enough where I see the same people.
Right.
And it's not just the DJs, it's not the residents. It's the same people that come back.
Yeah.
Every time that I'm here, I see the same faces, and it's like you see that loyalty. You see people that just continually come out to your parties.
Right.
Even here in NoHo, I know that there's some folks that I don't know personally, but I know them online, and they're always here.
Yeah, that's
and
cool.
That's what that is. Like people come together and have a good time with you guys, and you guys are like the best throwback party that I know.
I appreciate that. So I think you pretty much described it, but family in one word. Yeah. Always clapping. Okay. So, all right, let's get back into it. So, with all that, let me clear my throat. I noticed there was a lot of, things on your Instagram. So I had to do a deep dive.
Oh no.
No, it's good. It's good. It's good. Going back to the sketching.
Uh-huh.
Like I found some incredible sketches here. You can't see it podcast world, but there is a sketch. You did this thing where you sketch on Post-its. Like,
Yes.
Where did
That's
that
my
originate
thing.
from?
So there's a thing called Inktober,
Uh-huh.
and which kind of also split into something called Sketchtober.
Okay.
I did those at my desk at work before I started work, so
Yeah.
hopefully my manager, my boss, didn't hear that. But
No, I mean
he isn't listening.
you're working. But like, there's an amazing picture of Selena,
Anything
Walter
for some
White.
news.
I'm a huge Breaking Bad fan.
It's the best TV series ever made.
Yes, ever. Like story, everything.
Ever.
And then there's this one of MJ
That's
from
my
Thriller with E.T. phone home's body.
Yep.
MJ phone home. This
Yes.
is pretty amazing.
That's right.
Very cool. So is there like a soundtrack that you listen to while sketching or no?
Whatever I'm feeling at the moment. There's no real soundtrack.
Gotcha.
Actually, when I did most of those Post-its, I was not listening to music.
Okay, gotcha. So was there like any reason why you started doing these? Like,
Well, the whole premise behind Sketchtober is like, or Inktober is inking every day. And so
is it
with
like a
the-
challenge?
It's a
kind of thing?
challenge. And then with the Post-its, it's because
Yeah.
if I sketched on regular size paper,
Right.
then I could be there forever. And really, you want to do something quick. And Post-its kind of gave me that restraint
Okay,
so that I could finish something on a smaller scale really quick and be done.
cool. Very
And it turned
cool.
out to be really cool. People are like, "You did that on a Post-it?" Because it's
Yeah.
hard to tell when you see it
No,
online.
it's incredible that you did like you managed to just do it on a Post-it.
With a mechanical pencil.
In a mechanical pencil. For those of you who can't see in a podcast land, make sure to check out snapbacklive.com. We'll have this up on Snapback TV. Check this out, guys. It's amazing.
Yay. This one's my favorite.
Those two are great.
Yeah.
So, over at our house, we have a little pug.
Uh-huh.
And I know you have two King Charles Cavaliers named Fife and De La Soul. Kind of
Yes,
fitting for Snapback,
That's right.
wouldn't you say?
Native tongues.
Exactly. What is it about this breed that you love so much?
They look like dolls. They're so cute. And on top of that, like now being an owner
Yeah.
of the cavies, they're extremely intelligent.
Okay.
So with both of them, they came pretty much potty pad trained.
Uh-huh.
And Five knows almost everything I teach him, everything that I want to teach him. So
That's cool.
He knows left and right. So if I call left, he'll give me
Yeah.
his left paw, right. You know.
That's awesome. And so when like you're DJing around the house, do they react or something? Or like, do they do it? What do they do? Or are they just chilling or?
So okay, here's some fun story. When I brought Dayla home from the airport, so because she's from Tennessee,
Yeah.
I played. What was I playing? I was playing DeBarge because I was
Yeah.
feeling DeBarge at the time, and she was just like it calmed her. And so I noticed that when I do play
Wow.
music,
Yeah.
she feels more at ease because she was younger when I took
Okay.
her home, and so
It's like a lullaby. I like that.
Yeah,
That's very
it
cool.
was.
Very, very cool.
And I listen to stuff on repeat all
Yeah.
the time, and so I
Same.
think yeah.
Definitely. Cool. Now, our research team also found this somewhere. You normally carry a backpack
Yep.
with your life's belongings.
Yes.
What are the top 3 most important things in your backpack that you wouldn't want to be caught without?
Besides the wallet, is that part of it? Because that's kind of typical.
That's kind
right?
of given,
Okay,
yeah.
So we'll scratch that
yeah.
off. My hard drive.
Your hard drive, really? So you carry a hard
I
drive?
carry
with
my
you?
hard
Okay.
drive everywhere with me in that backpack. So
Okay.
I hope nobody knows. And they're like, let's take her backpack. My hard drive is in there. Like, so I did photography.
Right.
I do that. So I have all my cards
Yeah.
with me. So if those are gone, you
Yeah.
take all my photos. You take all my music, and I also have a lot of my UX work, a lot of my design work.
Gotcha.
I
So
take it everywhere.
A lot of the work, it's essentially just your work, and the files are really precious
my life's
now. Yeah,
belongings,
that's
like
awesome.
everything.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Lipstick. I carry a camera. I mean, anything that I could shove in there.
Yeah.
Sometimes I find socks,
Right.
and I think like some protein bars. Anything.
Okay, cool.
What do I like about Snapback? I like the fact that I can be myself and I can play like good music to people that actually appreciate this stuff. People happy is the reason why I DJ and why I like DJing here. Snapback. Dope.
All right, so that concludes the questions portion of this interview. I wanted to do a little bit of something fun here, a little bit something different. We're going to try a new segment called Flashback.
All right.
And in that segment, we're going to watch a music video that you kind of suggested. So for all my editors, here we go. I'm going to start the music video in 3, 2, 1. So let's talk Red and Meth.
Yes.
Do you remember where you were when you first saw this video?
I was in Oxnard, sitting in my living room, watching this on, I think it was MTV. Yeah. But I mean, look at the cinematography of all this.
Yeah.
It's just.
I'm getting into video now and just a lot of this stuff for its time.
And then look at their demeanor. They're just really playing to the camera.
Yeah, they even have some choreography right
look
there.
At all of that. And they're all on this plank.
Yeah.
Out of nowhere. And what does that have to do with this? I'm not quite sure yet. But Method Man is just you watch him and you just have a good time watching him perform.
I feel like those were their glory days, right? The Rock Wilder. Whenever we play this song at Snapback, it gets a really good reaction.
So should we play that tonight?
Of course. I mean.
But one of the reasons why I picked this, and we'll probably get to it. Are we going to play the whole video?
Yeah,
We're going to go through the whole video? Yeah. See, so flashing lights, you got half-naked women, of course, that appeals. But this is the part that I
didn't
really
know
like.
about this part. I forgot about this part. So, is it like a Gap commercial? Is that what it is?
It's. I think that's what they were trying to mock.
Okay.
But they're just very stink butt jeans.
Yeah. It has to be Gap. It has to be Gap. They did those back in the day.
Right. And then now look at they're connected with jumper cables. I mean, where do you
come up with this?
That stuff, right? And
Yeah.
they've switched. They're no longer on the plank.
Yeah.
And they're just the way that they're kind of doing that slow march is just crazy.
Yeah.
Fire.
Got the electrocution.
This part was dope, and this is what
Hadouken.
Street Fighter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, everything here is just hard and extra. You got pyrotechnics. You have smoke, and why is the garbage exploding?
The
I'm
garbage
not sure.
exploding. Tupac. What are they? Jumping on the car, exploding. Oh.
But look, it's just. Yeah, this is hip hop to me
Yeah.
back in the day, And I think this was directed by Hype Williams.
I believe so.
Anything Hype Williams back in the day was.
I just miss that era
was
because I feel like now it's a lot of performance video. I mean, there's some dope.
There's a lot of twerking and
there's
just
a lot. Yeah.
You know what I notice about a lot of the videos nowadays is that it's just as if I filmed it with my phone and they're just chilling in the woods or in someone's driveway and they're just dancing.
Yeah.
There's stuff about Hype Williams in it, and that's kind of the vein that I went with. Is just so creative, and it was just something you really like to watch and you enjoy it.
For
it's
sure.
like a movie.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, Snapback family, Snapback kids, Snapback world. That's it.
That's it.
There you
That
have
was
it.
fast.
You've said it all.
I had so much fun. I thought.
Thank you so much for coming on, and you go on in about half an hour.
Yep.
And we did a good interview. Talk to this camera. Tell them where they can find you on social media and what you got going on.
Okay, you can find me on Instagram at _DJ360 _. You can also go to my website, which is dj360music.com or let's see, theangledcircle.com. They all go to the same place.
Very cool. And that's it for the Snapback Chronicles. We'll see y'all next time. Peace.